These are the talents Sigma females naturally have. Hi there, everyone. Have you ever noticed some women just naturally stand out? It's not because they try to grab the spotlight, but because there's something special about them that you can't ignore. These are Sigma females, women who possess a special mix of traits that make them genuinely unique. There's a saying that goes, "The best and most beautiful things in the world can't be seen or even touched. They have to be felt with the heart." This perfectly describes a Sigma female. Her real strength is hidden in characteristics that you might not see right away, but are incredibly influential. Today, we're going to discover what these amazing traits are. We'll see how these women use their secret talents to handle life with intelligence, creativity, and clever planning that really makes them stand out. These talents are what make Sigma females extraordinary, and by learning about them, we can all find and use the special strengths within ourselves. So, let's get started and explore the hidden talents that every Sigma female has from birth. Number 1. Recognizing patterns. A Sigma female's knack for spotting patterns is almost like a secret power that lets her see beneath the surface of life. While others are still puzzling over old problems, she's miles ahead, making connections that others don't even realize are there. She's the kind of person who can guess how a movie will end within the first couple minutes. Not because she's seen it before, but because she naturally grasps the deeper themes and common elements at play. In daily life, this ability works like a super sense for social situations. She can size up a room quicker than an expert poker player, noticing the smallest hints that show changes in feelings or plans. Office politics? A piece of cake for her. She figures out who's really running the show, who's on the rise, and who's close to walking out, all before it's obvious to anyone else. Her mind works like a precise radar, always picking up and making sense of information from every conversation and situation. It's not merely about spotting patterns, it's about grasping their significance and figuring out how to use them to her benefit. She can identify emerging trends in her field, adapt quicker than anyone else, and excel while her competitors are still trying to understand what's going on. But it's not all about work. Her ability to recognize patterns also makes her a champion at games like chess, or even something as straightforward as Tetris, where she can anticipate the game's next moves and strategize accordingly. Ever tried playing Spot the Difference with her? Good luck. She'll spot every hidden item and mismatch faster than you can mention. Sigma female. Even in conversations, she's one step ahead. While you're still thinking over what was just said, she has already considered all possible replies and picked the best one. It's like having a social GPS that updates in real time, making sure she always follows the best route. Number 2. Steady determination. A Sigma female's powerful focus is like sharp laser precision mixed with the immense energy of countless suns. When she targets a goal, she turns into an unstoppable force. Her powerful presence is so intense, you can almost sense the atmosphere spark when she enters a room. It's more than just passion, it's a consuming blaze that propels her forward. This deep intensity usually makes her the person everyone relies on to accomplish tasks. Is there a project that's falling apart? Give it to her, and she'll sort it out quicker than you can mention deadline. Some might say she runs on caffeine and sheer determination, but in reality, her motivation springs from a profound source of inner strength and resolve. When it comes to hobbies or interests, she jumps in fully, be it picking up a new language, perfecting a musical instrument, or preparing for a marathon. She gives her all. She doesn't just try, she engages deeply until she reaches a skill level that impresses everyone. Her commitment is both uplifting and somewhat overwhelming. Her intense nature means she never does things by halves. If she's working late, she's truly deep into her work, often forgetting the time because she's completely absorbed. Her friends might have to remind her to pause, have a meal, or even get some sleep, but she usually responds with a "just 5 more minutes," which everyone knows means much longer. This relentless intensity can make her seem overwhelming at times, because she truly is, but it's also why she's so effective and dependable. Need someone to lead a new project? She's the one to call. In a tough situation, She's the one you want on your side. Her determination ensures that she doesn't just meet expectations, she exceeds them. So, while her intensity can be a bit much sometimes, it's also what makes her stand out. She's the one who turns dreams into reality, ideas into actions, and potential into achievements. And if that means sometimes intimidating those who are less bold, well, that's just a minor drawback for being a dynamo. Number 3. A strong drive for excellence. A Sigma female doesn't aim for fame or the limelight. Instead, she has a deep inner drive to be the best version of herself. She doesn't compare herself to others. She's her own competition, always aiming to unlock her full potential. This pursuit of excellence is evident in every part of her life. At work, she's always on the lookout for ways to do better. She continuously picks up new skills, takes on new challenges, and pushes herself out of her comfort zone. She's the team member who isn't content with just meeting a deadline. She aims to surpass expectations and produce something outstanding. She'll work late, do additional research, and perfect her tasks until they're absolutely top-notch. In her private life, her drive turns into a continuous journey of self-enhancement. Whether she's picking a new hobby, preparing for a marathon, or picking up a new language, she is constantly pushing herself to improve. She never settles for just okay. When she cooks dinner, it's not just a regular meal, it's a gourmet feast. If she's decorating her home, it's not merely comfortable, it looks like it's from a design magazine. This quest for excellence also enhances her relationships. She's the friend who's always there, the one who always does more to help her loved ones. She remembers what you love, organizes the best surprises, and offers wise advice. Her commitment to being her best self means she excels in every interaction, making those around her feel cherished and important. This drive can lead to amusing situations too. She might turn a casual backyard barbecue into a food extravaganza, featuring specialty cheeses and a homemade marinade that took 3 days to make. Her friends might joke about her going too far, but they also know that anything she plans will be incredible. Her drive for excellence also shows in her remarkable resilience. When she faces challenges, she doesn't just give up or accept less than the best. She examines what went wrong, learns from it, and comes back even stronger. Her setbacks are merely steps towards her goals, each one making her more determined and skilled. Even in her leisure time, her ambition is evident. She isn't just watching TV, she's learning from documentaries or diving into thought-provoking books. She doesn't just exercise, she aims for a new personal record. Her vacations aren't just for relaxation, they're packed with new experiences and adventures that expand her view of the world. Her relentless pursuit of excellence is what makes her so effective. Driven by a deep internal passion, she strives to succeed and stand out in everything she does. Although this drive might lead to some over-the-top scenarios and laughs, it's also what makes her an inspiring and remarkable person. She continuously sets higher standards, not only for herself, but also for those around her, enhancing the world in small but significant ways. Number 4. Deeply analytical thinking. A Sigma female's mind is like a super-fast computer that's always analyzing everything around her. She doesn't just look at a problem, she takes it apart, studies every tiny piece, and looks at each detail with the sharpness of a scientist and the curiosity of a detective. Her brain is always busy, examining information, finding things that don't match, and predicting results with amazing precision. Give her a puzzle, and she won't just solve it, she'll find 5 different ways to make it better. Ask her to check a report, and she'll spot every little mistake, logical error, and missing comma, often leaving the writer both amazed and a bit nervous. In meetings, she's the one who quickly sees where a plan could fail and offers many better solutions before others have even fully understood the original idea. Her co-workers might say she has a natural ability to detect nonsense because she cuts through unnecessary details and gets right to the main point of any discussion. If there's a hidden catch, she'll uncover it. If there's a mistake in an argument, she'll point it out. Her deeply analytical way of thinking applies to daily life too. Planning a vacation, she's already evaluated the costs and benefits of every possible destination, figured out the best travel paths, and made a list of activities sorted by how fun and educational they are. Thinking about buying a new gadget, she's gone through all the reviews, weighed up the features, and likely found the best time to buy to save the most money. Even her hobbies show her analytical skills. If she starts gardening, she won't just plant some flowers. She'll dive into studying soil types, plant biology, and the best watering times. Her garden will look like it's straight out of a gardening magazine because she's mastered the science behind each plant. Her knack for analysis makes her everyone's first choice for advice because she's already thought through all aspects. Considering a career change, she'll hand you a list of pros and cons, evaluate the risks, and lay out a 5-year plan that'll make you wonder why she doesn't have her own life coaching business. However, it's not all about charts and plans. She also has a funny side to her analytical mind. She can make a simple observation into a clever comment by picking apart the silliness of everyday life. Her friends adore her sharp humor and how she can dissect a bad movie or a poorly written book with pinpoint accuracy, turning her reviews into fun critiques. Number 5. Thoughtful compassion. A Sigma female has a special kind of empathy. It's like she has an emotional radar that picks up feelings accurately and responds effectively. She doesn't just feel sorry for you, she understands the emotional scene and helps where it matters most. Think of it as empathy with a strategy, almost like she's playing a complex game of chess, while others are still learning the basics of a simpler game. When she notices someone is sad, she doesn't just throw out common advice. She really thinks about how they're feeling, what the situation is, and figures out the best way to assist. Need someone to lean on? She's there with tissues and comforting words. Need a push to move forward? She's ready with encouraging words that are both firm and caring. In the workplace, her thoughtful empathy makes her excellent at managing team dynamics. She understands when to encourage someone to reach their best and when to give them room to recover. She smoothly handles office politics, picking up on the subtle emotions behind decisions, and uses this knowledge to form strong cooperative teams. If there's any conflict, she's the one who can calm things down with a timely joke or a well-chosen supportive comment. Her empathy doesn't mean she's easily pushed around or that she lets others walk over her. It means she gets people so well that she can lead and inspire them effectively. She realizes that sometimes you need to give tough love, and she's not shy about sharing the hard truths when necessary. But she'll handle it in a way that's helpful and considerate, making sure her words are clear but not hurtful. In her personal life, her well-thought-out empathy makes her the go-to friend in tough times. She can understand what's not said in a text and show up with just what you didn't realize you needed, be it a sympathetic ear, a tub of ice cream, or a dose of reality. Her friends trust that she'll always offer the right blend of support and straightforward advice. Her empathy is evident even in everyday interactions. She can brighten a barista's day with a sincere compliment or ease a tense moment with a stranger by recognizing their annoyance and offering comforting words. Her empathy isn't just about understanding others' feelings, it's about taking those insights and turning them into actions that truly help. Number 6. Eager interest. A Sigma female's intense curiosity is like a never-ending personal search engine. Her mind is constantly filled with questions about all sorts of things. After watching a film, she'll dive deep into details, investigating everything from how accurate the costumes are historically, to the director's history, and even the life stages of insects shown in one scene. Her curiosity goes beyond just wide, it's profound. She's not satisfied knowing just what happens. She needs to grasp why and how things occur. Hand her a gadget, and she won't stop until she's mastered its uses, taken it apart, and possibly even put it back together with improvements. Pose a question to her, and she'll respond with a thorough answer, complete with detailed references. Her unending curiosity turns her into a human encyclopedia on a vast array of topics. Curious about the history of cheesemaking? She knows it. Want a simple explanation of quantum mechanics? She can explain it, often using quirky comparisons like cats and toast. Her curiosity frequently takes her to the most unusual places. One moment she's learning about ancient Egyptian embalming techniques, and the next she's trying out mummification on a chicken leg. Better not to ask. She's the friend who pulls you along to little-known museums, underground concerts, and oddly specific conventions because she's truly interested in everything the world has to offer. Socially, this curiosity makes her a great talker. She asks questions that make people feel noticed and fascinating, diving into their hobbies and interests with real excitement. She's not just into small talk, she wants to understand what drives you. And don't be surprised if, weeks later, she comes back with a book or article that ties back to what you talked about last. Her curiosity also makes her bold when facing the unknown. While others might hesitate with new experiences, she jumps right in, keen to learn and discover. Skydiving? Sure, but first she'll study the science of falling through the air. Exotic foods? She won't just taste them, she'll learn to cook them, often better than the place where she first tried them. Her endless desire for knowledge makes her a formidable presence. She's not just watching life from the sidelines, she actively engages, always aiming to broaden her knowledge and experiences. And although her curiosity can take her on some odd and unexpected journeys, it's also what makes her intriguing and remarkable. Number 7. Compulsive tendency. A Sigma female has a relentless drive, like a powerful engine that never stops. When something catches her interest, she's all in. She jumps in completely and doesn't stop until she knows everything about it. Her passions are deep and lasting, not just passing hobbies. They push her to become an expert in whatever she chooses to do. This intense focus shows up in her activities. For instance, if she starts woodworking, it won't be long before she's familiar with every tool, method, and type of wood. Her house will likely display her skills, with self-made furniture, detailed wood carvings, and maybe even a coffee table she made herself in the living room. She goes beyond the basics. She aims to fully understand and master her craft, often becoming an authority in the process. At work, her need for perfection makes her an exceptional project manager. She pays attention to details with an intensity that rivals a detective. She plans every part of a project with great care, thinks ahead about any possible issues, and makes the most out of every resource. She's often the one working late to make sure everything is perfect, down to the smallest detail, ensuring the outcome is top-notch. While her intense dedication might make her co-workers shake their heads, they also know they can count on her to produce excellent results. This same thoroughness enhances her personal relationships. She remembers all the important dates like birthdays and anniversaries, and even the little things that matter to her loved ones. Remember a casual mention of a favorite coffee from 6 months back? She'll remember and might just surprise them with it on an ordinary Tuesday, showing she cares and wants to bring joy. Her friends and family feel truly valued because she's so attentive. However, her intense focus does have its peculiar side. For example, she might dive so deep into finding the perfect barbecue ribs recipe that she ends up spending hours learning about the entire history of grilling. Her friends might chuckle at how she can get really into even the simplest subjects, but they truly value the energy and commitment she puts into everything she tackles. She spends her leisure time purposefully too. While others might unwind by watching a light TV show, she's engrossed in documentaries about little-known historical incidents or taking online classes to pick up new skills. Her idea of a great weekend might be sorting out her garage by arranging tools by type and size, or fine-tuning her sourdough bread recipe, timing the fermentation to the minute. Her intense focus can be a bit much for some, but it's also what makes her so reliable and effective. She never does things by halves. She's completely committed all the time. This drive for perfection ensures that whatever she decides to do, she does with outstanding detail and accuracy. And while her extreme concentration can be amusing at times, it's also what sets her apart as truly outstanding. Number 8. Inventive skills. A Sigma female's creative talent is like an endless well of uniqueness and innovation. She doesn't just think differently, she completely transforms the concept, decorates it in bright neon colors, and sprinkles it with glitter. Her creative touch isn't confined to just arts and crafts. It extends to every part of her life, whether she's tackling complex challenges at work or finding the smartest way to organize her kitchen. In brainstorming sessions, she's the one coming up with brilliant ideas that leave everyone else wondering, why didn't I think of that? Her mind is always active, like a colorful kaleidoscope, always mixing and creating new ideas. Whether she's crafting a marketing strategy, organizing an event, or inventing a simple trick to streamline her day, her creative flair is evident. She has a special ability to find connections in what seems like disorder to others. While her co-workers may be repeating old methods, she's busy blending insights from various areas to forge new solutions. Looking for a novel solution to an old problem? Just ask her. She'll suggest something so clever it'll seem like she has a secret guide to brilliance. In her personal life, this creativity is wonderfully apparent. Her home reflects her diverse tastes, adorned with one-of-a-kind items and DIY projects that feel like walking into a living Pinterest board. Her parties are famous, not just for being fun, but for their creative themes and surprising elements that guests talk about for months. She tackles challenges with the same inventive spirit. Where others see barriers, she sees chances to be innovative. Faced with a limited budget, she doesn't just trim expenses. She'll find a method to make things work without sacrificing quality. If something is broken, she won't just repair it, she'll enhance it, often making it better than it was originally. Her humor is just as inventive. She's the one who can take a routine event and spin it into a funny tale with her quick thinking and keen observations. Talking to her is never dull because she brings humor and creativity to even the most common discussions. Her creativity makes her stand out wherever she goes. She's the person who turns fantasies into realities, changing the ordinary into the exceptional. In a world that can seem routine, her continuous flow of fresh ideas is like a breath of fresh air, making life much more intriguing and enjoyable for everyone around her. Number 9. Strategic vision. A Sigma female's strategic vision is like having a personal map of the future. She doesn't just hope for the best, she plans it, plots it, and then makes it happen. Imagine being able to see not just the next step, but the next 10 steps ahead in any situation, whether it's a career move, a personal goal, or even planning a vacation. Her vision is her superpower, allowing her to handle life's difficulties with calm and assurance. At work, she's the one who can anticipate changes in the market or foresee possible issues before they become problems, allowing her team to stay ahead of the curve. In her personal life, this means she's rarely caught off guard by unexpected events. She's planned for contingencies and is always prepared. Her ability to strategize doesn't just keep her life running smoothly, it also inspires those around her to start thinking ahead and planning their own futures more carefully. Number 10. Unyielding resilience. A Sigma female's unyielding resilience is like being a sturdy ship in the stormiest of seas. Life can throw her the toughest challenges, but she'll face them head-on without flinching. This isn't just about being tough. It's about a remarkable skill to recover from challenges and hardships, learning from each experience and coming back stronger than before. Whether it's personal loss, professional setbacks, or any other kind of disappointment, she handles it with a strength that reassures those around her that everything will be okay. This resilience also makes her a pillar in her community and circle of friends, often the one people turn to in times of trouble, knowing she'll have the strength and wisdom to help guide them through. Be sure to subscribe so you won't miss any of our exciting deep dives into fascinating topics. Join our group of curious minds and let's keep exploring together. Thank you for tuning in. Catch you in the next video. Goodbye for now, and as always, until next time.